Try to solve it yourself. Polynomial function fx meets these kinds of conditions. We need to find fx. As you can see, the first condition, f prime x squared is equal to 4 times fx. Some of you can assume the fx and solve it right away, but let's assume that we don't know what fx is going to be like. So, because it is a polynomial function, fx can be written like this. And of course, f prime x can also be written like this. After that, we put in the fx and f prime x in the condition. If we write it, it will be written like this. And as you can see, this has to be true for all x. This means that the leading term's degree has to be same, to at least be the same function. Because of that, 2n minus 2 has to be equal to n, which means n is equal to 2. Because of that, fx can be rewritten as quadratic equation a2x squared plus a1x plus a0. So, because we know that f1 is equal to 0, a2 plus a1 plus a0 is equal to 0. So we found the first condition. We need to find 2 more conditions. Let's use this condition. F prime x is going to be 2a2x plus a1. If we square it, it will be shown like this, and this has to be equal to 4fx. Because this has to be true for all x, the coefficient of each degree has to be same. So if we solve this, it will be 4a2 squared is equal to 4a2, which means a2 will be equal to 0 or 1. If a2 is equal to 0, this will be 0, which means a1 is 0, and if a1 is 0, a0 is 0. That means fx is equal to 0. But f0 is not equal to 0, so this is not correct. Therefore, a2 is equal to 1. For the second term, we can see that 4a1 is equal to 4a1. It doesn't give us any information. And for the constant term, a1 squared is equal to 4a0. So, we know that a0 plus a1 plus a2 is 0, a2 is 1, and a1 squared is equal to 4a0. So let's use that to find out a0 and a1. If we put in a2 equals 1 in it, it will be a0 plus a1 plus 1 equals 0. If you multiply it by 4 and solve it, it will be shown like this. And if we put in a1 in it, it will be shown like this. And it will be a quadratic equation. And if we factorize it, it will be shown like this. And a1 is going to be equal to minus 2. Because of that, a0 is going to be 1. Therefore, fx is going to be x squared minus 2x plus 1.